It was outrageous, glamorous, and utterly hilarious. But behind the champagne and chaos of Absolutely Fabulous are secrets even superfans never knew. Fact 1.
It's disgusting. That is so degrading to women.
Oh, what do you mean? She's got the whip.
Yeah.
Absolutely Fabulous began life as a short sketch on French and Saunders. The sketch was called Modern Mother and Daughter. It featured Jennifer Saunders as the mother and Dawn French as the daughter. The BBC saw potential and asked Saunders to expand it. She decided to flip the dynamic and make the mother the immature one. Patsy's character didn't exist in the original sketch. Saunders created her specifically to amplify the mother's wild side. Joanna Lumley was her first and only choice for the role. The network initially doubted a full series would work. Executives worried the humour was too niche and female-focused.
Patsy said, yes, 47.
But Saunders fought to keep her vision intact. She wanted to show a different side of motherhood. The first season became an instant hit. Critics called it a satirical masterpiece. What started as a one-off joke became TV history. Saunders later admitted she never expected more than 6 episodes. She wrote the first series in just a few weeks. The characters quickly developed lives of their own. The chemistry between Lumley and Saunders was electric. Fans were hooked from the very first scene. It proved female-led sitcoms could dominate primetime. That tiny sketch became a cultural phenomenon. From a throwaway idea to international acclaim, it was pure accident. Sometimes the smallest spark creates the biggest fire. Absolutely Fabulous was that fire.
Darling, that's me. Oh, just wait till I turn it on. Hang on.
Fact 2.
My name is Patsy Stone. I'm an alcoholic. And what she did was an act of humanitarian mercy.
Patsy's outrageous life wasn't fully written in the scripts. Joanna Lumley built her history during early rehearsals. She decided Patsy had been a fashion model in the 1960s. The idea explained her style and disdain for aging. Lumley even created fake stories of Patsy's celebrity hookups. Some of them were slipped into the show's dialogue. Writers loved the improvised additions and kept them. Lumley kept a private notebook of Patsy's life. It included details never mentioned on screen. She believed the character needed layers under the comedy.
Right.
Patsy's tragic childhood was Lumley's idea too. It added depth beneath her glamorous surface. Saunders said Lumley built an entire human out of a caricature. Fans responded strongly to those small touches. Patsy became one of British TV's most iconic characters. Lumley treated her as both ridiculous and heartbreaking. That balance made the comedy more powerful. The show's writers often asked Lumley for input. Her ideas shaped many of Patsy's storylines. Even her iconic catchphrases came from improvisation. The show wouldn't have been the same without her creativity. Lumley essentially co-created Patsy's identity. That backstory work made the character timeless. It's proof great comedy comes from deep character work. Patsy was more than a joke. She was a legend in heels.
Ruined your figure in the first place. She's the one who turned you into this potato that we see before us.
Fact 3.
Well, what am I supposed to do if you die? Get cabs!
Jennifer Saunders originally pitched the show as Absolutely Fabulous. BBC executives hated the title. They thought it sounded cheap and frivolous. They wanted something more subtle and classy. Saunders refused to change it. She argued the entire tone was in those 2 words. The phrase came from a real-life friend. Saunders overheard someone describe a dress as absolutely fabulous. She loved the over-the-top energy of the phrase. The network reluctantly allowed her to keep it. It became one of the most iconic titles in TV history. The phrase entered popular culture almost instantly. Fashion magazines even adopted it in headlines. The title set the tone before the first scene played. It promised glamour and absurdity in equal measure. Saunders later joked the BBC ate their words in champagne. Merchandise sales used the phrase everywhere. Fans quoted it as a catchphrase, not just a title. The show's branding depended on those 2 words. Without it, the energy would have been different. Sometimes the simplest names are the strongest. It captured the spirit of the show perfectly. Today, it's impossible to imagine the series with any other title. That battle over 2 words changed British TV forever. Saunders' refusal preserved the soul of the show.
For your information, you have to be taking great big lung bucketfuls to make any difference.
Fact 4.
This is my daughter Safi.
Oh, never mind. Too late to flush her now.
I know.
The iconic Ab Fab home wasn't a random set. It was a real house in Holland Park, London. The owner was a well-known fashion designer. The production rented it for filming. Its eclectic interior inspired the show's visual style. Some of the designer's real furniture was left in place. The chaotic, luxurious look came from reality. Saunders said the house felt like Adina already lived there. The crew struggled to fit cameras in the tight rooms. It gave the show its intimate, messy aesthetic. Fans thought the set design was exaggerated, but much of it was authentic to the real home. The location became part of the show's identity. When they moved to a soundstage later, they recreated it exactly. Even the kitchen tiles were matched. Fans who visited the real house were shocked. It felt like walking into the show itself. The designer later said she loved the association. Her house became a TV landmark. The home reflected Adina's chaotic lifestyle perfectly. It grounded the absurd characters in a real space. That authenticity made the humor sharper. A real house gave birth to one of TV's most iconic sets. Sometimes reality is stranger and funnier than fiction.
Oh, they don't put fingers on these gloves.
Fact 5.
He's bothering me.
He's bothering. Is he mad?
No, he's married.
Jennifer Saunders was expecting her daughter during the first season. She wrote scripts while dealing with morning sickness. The pregnancy influenced some of the humor. Adina's chaotic mothering mirrored Saunders' anxieties. She said writing helped her laugh through the fear. The cast joked the baby was the 6th cast member. Saunders finished final edits days before giving birth. The schedule was grueling but motivating. She later said the show felt born alongside my child. Fans noticed the maternal themes beneath the satire. It added unexpected emotional weight. The pregnancy also affected shooting schedules. Scenes were rearranged to accommodate Saunders' energy. Despite exhaustion, she delivered one of the best sitcom debuts ever. The experience bonded the cast tightly. They rallied around Saunders during production. The baby's birth was celebrated like a show milestone. It created a family atmosphere off-screen. Saunders credited motherhood with sharpening her writing. It gave Adina's chaos a hint of reality. That blend of truth and comedy became the show's hallmark. Her daughter later appeared as an extra in the series. The show literally grew out of real life. Pregnancy pains created pure comedy gold. Sometimes real struggles make the funniest art.
PR is the word.
Yes.
Claudia Pink.
Fact 6.
Pat,
Jax.
I didn't recognize you. You've put on weight.
Joanna Lumley wore false teeth to play Patsy. The prosthetics gave her a sharper, exaggerated smile. They also made it hard to speak clearly. Lumley had to practice every line repeatedly. She said the teeth became part of Patsy's mask. They gave her an artificial, glamorous look, but they were extremely uncomfortable to wear. She removed them between takes to rest her jaw. Sometimes the teeth clicked audibly on camera. Sound editors had to cut around it. The false teeth also changed her facial expressions. It added to Patsy's stiff, high-fashion demeanor. Lumley joked they were her least favorite co-star. The teeth occasionally slipped during long shoots. Crew members scrambled to fix them mid-scene. Fans never knew how much work went into that grin. The prosthetics became part of Patsy's iconic image. Lumley kept them as a souvenir after the show. They're now in a British TV museum. The discomfort paid off in comedy history. Those little details shaped an unforgettable character. Even pain couldn't stop Patsy from being fabulous. Sometimes beauty really is suffering. And for Patsy, it was worth every ache.
Smile. Yeah, will you wear the dress?
Okay.
Fact 7.
Hey, Hilt, if I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
Despite huge popularity, Saunders planned to stop early. She feared the show would burn out. The BBC begged her to continue. Fans flooded the network with letters. Saunders agreed to write a 3rd season, reluctantly. That season became one of the show's strongest. She realized the characters had more stories to tell. The network gave her complete creative freedom. That trust reinvigorated her writing. The later seasons expanded the show's satire. They tackled celebrity culture and aging. Fans praised the deeper themes beneath the humor. Saunders later admitted stopping early would have been a mistake. The extra seasons cemented the show as iconic. They allowed the characters to evolve naturally. Without them, Patsy and Adina's legacy might be smaller. It showed the value of trusting audience love. The show became a cultural time capsule. Its impact lasted far beyond the 90s. Sometimes the best decision is not quitting too soon. Absolutely Fabulous proved longevity can amplify brilliance. The show's second life made it immortal. Fans are still grateful Saunders changed her mind. That choice created comedy history.
What's she drivelling on about?
I think it's just clearing a blockage or something.
Fact 8.
Darling, stop me drinking today because Saf has threatened to leave home again. Now, I'm not a drinker, but you know what she's like.
Patsy and Adina's obsession with Ballinger wasn't just a joke. The brand saw a massive sales spike during the show's run. Viewers associated the champagne with glamour and rebellion. Ballinger executives thanked the cast personally. The drink became part of the show's identity. Bars even created Ab Fab nights serving it. It turned into a pop culture phenomenon. Saunders joked she should have asked for royalties. Ballinger featured the show in ad campaigns. Fans brought bottles to live events. It blurred the line between fiction and reality. The characters drinking became iconic. The champagne symbolized excess and satire. Even people who never watched knew Ab Fab equals Ballinger. The brand became shorthand for fabulous living. It showed the power of TV on consumer culture. The writers never intended product placement. It was just a fitting detail for the characters. Yet, it became a marketing dream. Today, Ballinger still embraces the association. The brand and the show boosted each other's legend. Sometimes comedy creates real-world impact, and in this case, it came with bubbles.
Fabulous kids who adore.
Fact 9.
It was just before our mother died.
Yeah.
So how was the funeral?
The show had a surprisingly small budget. Saunders used celebrity cameos as a clever trick. Stars like Naomi Campbell and Kate Moss worked for free. They loved the show and wanted to join in. This saved thousands in casting costs. It also boosted ratings instantly. Fans tuned in to spot famous faces. The cameos became part of the show's charm. Even Elton John made an appearance. He called it the funniest thing on TV. The show's fashion world ties helped secure big names. Designers lent costumes at no cost. It gave the show an authentic style. Saunders said the favours kept the show alive. Without them, some episodes couldn't be made. The celebrity love proved its cultural impact. Even A-listers wanted to play in Adina's world. It blurred reality and satire perfectly. Fans loved the mix of fiction and fame. Those cameos became legendary TV moments. The low budget turned into a creative advantage. It showed passion beats money every time. Absolutely Fabulous thrived on love, not just funding.
Great news.
She's dead!
She's blind.
Fact 10.
I'm ready. You should be cultivating people like me.
You could play golf.
Oh, piss off. How old do you think we are?
Hollywood tried to remake Absolutely Fabulous. The American pilot recast the characters completely. The humour didn't translate at all. Critics slammed it as soulless and flat. The pilot never went to series. Saunders later said she dodged a bullet. Fans compared clips online and were horrified. The remake stripped away the satire's edge. It proved the chemistry couldn't be copied. Patsy and Adina's bond was lightning in a bottle. Saunders refused to sell rights again. She said the show was too British to export. Even so, the failure increased the original's reputation. It showed how special the characters truly were. Some disasters are blessings in disguise. The US version became a cautionary tale. It reminded everyone why the original worked. The failure cemented the show's uniqueness. Fans cherish the authentic Britishness even more now. The pilot has become a cult curiosity. Sometimes imitation just proves the original is unbeatable. Absolutely Fabulous remained truly one of a kind. Even Hollywood couldn't replicate its madness.
Sack them before they despise you.
That's fantastic.
Bonus fact.
You have killed Kate Moss.
After years of fan demand, Absolutely Fabulous, the movie finally hit cinemas in 2016. But the road to the big screen was full of obstacles. Jennifer Saunders originally resisted making a film. She worried a movie couldn't capture the show's energy. It took nearly a decade to convince her. Even after writing the script, funding was a challenge. Studios doubted a cult British sitcom could sell globally. Joanna Lumley said they fought every inch to make it happen. Filming finally began in London with a massive celebrity cameo list. Kate Moss's infamous scene became the film's highlight. The movie was a box office hit in the UK. It outperformed expectations internationally. Fans flooded theatres in vintage Ab Fab costumes. The film gave closure to Adina and Patsy's story. It also introduced the characters to a new generation. Saunders later admitted the pressure terrified her, but the fan reaction made it worthwhile. The movie kept the original's satirical bite intact. It proved the character's appeal hadn't faded. Lumley called it a love letter to every fan. Without persistent fan demand, it would never exist. It turned a cult TV series into a cinematic event. That persistence created one last fabulous chapter. The movie cemented Absolutely Fabulous as a true British treasure.